Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 74.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, absence definitely made the heart grow fonder. Not that I wasn't fond of Amy or any of you, but like, I texted Amy a sad little text last Wednesday night. I was like, I miss you.
It was very cute.
Yo.
But she got to rock it out in Kansas City and see some wonderful zombies.
I did, which was fun. I continually told my children throughout the experience, like, you should really be thankful that you have your daddy, because mommy wouldn't do half of this stuff, because my husband was the one that was like, let's go to the science museum, let's go to we went to Paradise Park, which is like, they have a water table and face painting and, make-believe play, and they have a Nerf shooting area where you can like shoot rubberized pellet thingies at each other and climbing walls and ball pits, and it was a lot of running around with the kids. And I have only fantastic things to say about the vacation rental by owner, the VRBO. The house that we stayed in was very reasonably priced for the number of rooms we got. We had like 5 rooms, 2 bathrooms, a basement that had like a foosball table and a basketball hoop, and yeah, it was a good situation. I have a hard time believing that I would stay anywhere but in a place like that now, because I don't know, when you go to a hotel, you share a hotel room with your kids, right?
Right.
And at this house, we could put them to bed much like we do here and like stay awake. Like when you're in a hotel, you can't do that unless you get 2 rooms.
Yeah, unless you get the adjoining room or the suite where you can close off one of the...
Which is pricey. So, and we got a whole house basically for what one of those would cost a night. So it was a good deal. I really liked it. I highly recommend the vacation rental by owner. Obviously, experiences will vary.
Yeah.
This was a nice house with lots of bedrooms and lots of beds, and my mom stayed, and my husband's dad stayed. But yeah, overall, good time. I was not looking forward to going back to work, but I was looking forward to having a break from the children. Let's just put it that way. Love my children dearly, but it was like, yes, we need some time away from each other. And then that Monday night after we got back, I was like, oh, I missed you guys today. So, again, absence made my heart grow fonder. What did you do here in Rochester? Watch the snow melt.
Yes. We were supposed to go to Wisconsin Dells to kind of hang out, but my daughter got the stomach flu. And she had a 3-day variety. So the entire vacation was spent at home taking care of a sick one. And then, just hung out, and it was really nice out, and so, like, just, I don't know. It was nice to have a break from work. I mean, it wasn't all bad, but I mean, at the same time, like, she felt bad because she really wanted to go, totally broke her brother's heart. We had to reschedule everything, and, so, oh well. Yeah. We'll try again later. I was gonna say that I saw another friend went on vacation. She went to Florida, and they used VRBO and found an amazing place, like near the beach with a pool, and had enough room for everybody, and it was just awesome. And she said that it was her in-laws that booked it, and they use it all the time. And they use it for like just going up to a cabin on a lake in Minnesota, or they go, just anywhere they travel, they like to check there first.
This is not a paid endorsement for vacationrentalsbyowner.com.
No, but we just, it's kind of neat.
It is very neat. The people that we lived in Kansas City and were apparently trying to sell the home because we saw a bunch of, realty signs in the garage.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good time. It was good to be back, and I missed you, as I said, and I missed everybody. I missed putting the episode out there and seeing what people had to say about what we had to say and the chatter. I was able to catch up on some of that, but wasn't, out doing that on my vacation as much. So And we've got a doozy of
Yeah.
an episode here since we've had 2 weeks off. So,
Yep.
unless
Let's get going.
if you have anything else that you wanted to talk about, I didn't want to usurp your.
No, I mean, you got to hang out with zombies in Kansas City, and I ran into a zombie at our local button store, Ginny's. And it was just really interesting because she had no idea that we were from Rochester, Minnesota when she finally recognized me. I had really surprised her.
Yeah.
Like, you're out east somewhere, I thought. Like, nope, right here.
Not Rochester, New York, Rochester, Minnesota.
Well, you think somebody in Rochester, Minnesota would. I don't know. Maybe I always assume it's the other one too.
Yeah.
Because you have to double, triple check your flights whenever you make them, because a lot of people, like when you're typing it in, it'll autofill to New York.
Agreed. All right. In Minnestrati, we had a self-striping long ending at the end of March that we did not get to draw for.
Okay.
The yarn that I chose was, again, a Vesper. And it is kind of reminiscent of my other graphic infection with that green and purple. Dark green. Or the neon green and the dark purple. It is dye lot 28. That doesn't help me. Come on. Witchy Woman is the name of the colorway. And I have, obviously, a couple of Halloweens ago, I must have thought I was going to knit it because it's all balled up for you. So this is the prize. We had 2 through 390. Miss Emily was 1 hour away from getting in. She was our first April Fool's on her April Fool one. But so 2 through 390, I was number 1. And the winner was number 187, who is Everything Old M. And she knit her husband some gigantuan socks. Wow. So I think she deserves some self-striping love. And I believe she's the Emily of Everything Old.
Well, that sounds right. Yeah.
So go check out her shop. And lots of people have been out introducing themselves. Possibly shop owners. There's been lots of coupon codes going on. So definitely go out, join the group, join the discussion. What else did we? Oh, we had our Marigold Jen winner.
Yes, we did.
So Amy and I chose the Etsy version, Whitney, who was WTJ Vet 99. She chose a very wonderful skein of MCN.
Cool. And we had decided together on a runner-up. Do you remember who that was?
I do not. Did you contact her?
Yes.
Okay. So you know who you are, but we're not announcing it now.
Allison, does that sound right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Allison.
And she won a pattern.
Yes. And I've already forgotten. I'm assuming that as soon as you told me what you wanted, I bought it right away. But if I've forgotten about you, get back to me right now.
Say, don't you forget about me. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm very lyrical today because I was listening to Pandora all day and also Macklemore. And so I'm just like, music, music, music. Makes my heart sing. Also, going to announce, you may be thinking, what am I going to do in May and June with the Stockinette Zombies? And I'm going to tell you nothing. We are not going to do a KAL in May and June. Maybe I'll be like an anti-KAL. Well, no, it won't really be an anti-KAL, but we could do something like Steve of Dramatic Knits and just do like post your finished objects for May and June.
We'll think about it a few more weeks and let you know. But there's not going to be an official, like this is the rules.
Everybody knit it
Yeah.
together type thing, because we will be busy. And believe it or not, since we started out with the Shalom a year ago, we have had a KAL every month. And while I love them, I think that I want to give people some like, hey, take a breather.
Yeah, and you have the striping thing that's continual all through the year, so there is something.
I was way impressed with some of I've been adding self-striping sake patterns to my queue recently with a lot of the finished objects I was seeing. And 390 is phenomenal because not all of those are people that have had 3 entries, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of onesie twosies still out there as well. So I'm just so happy with it. Loving the KALs, but glad that May and June we're going to take a breather.
Yep.
And maybe absence will make the heart grow fonder. Yeah. Maybe we'll come back and do like a garment or something. Everybody will be rearing to go in July.
Yeah. You know, my brain was just like, okay, what else is going on? Oh, wait, my birthday.
Yeah.
So when this airs tomorrow, it'll be my birthday.
And she's got one of her birthday presents on.
Yes. My husband got me a GPS running watch. And I think I've asked for one for a couple years now, and he always thought I never ran enough. So either I have started running enough to get one, or the 3rd year I asked and he ran out of ideas and he gave me one. But I'm excited to have it. I think the thing that turned me on the most is that they made them a lot smaller, and they have a beginner's one. This is just kind of a basic one. It's not as fancy as some of the ones they sell. And then I have my zombie running shirt on. Yeah. This is the official unofficial. You can buy these through Woot shirt. And I paid $15 for mine because it was not the daily deal when I bought it.
I paid $12 because it was the daily deal. So about $3.
Yeah. It was
free shipping, right?
Yep.
I got a shirt down in Kansas City from Miss Wee Sparrow, and it hasn't washed, so I'm sorry, Shannon, if you're watching and you want to see your beautiful shirt, but it's in the backlog of Washmore in my basement, but we'll get her done. We'll get her done, and I'll wear her maybe next week, but this week I have this wonderful FO to wear, so. Hey now. Give me 2 weeks, and I'll finish that fingering weight garment.
And I was thinking at some point soon, I would start a thread to give away the dancing dog dye works that I have.
Okay. Will there be dancing dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
The dogs will be dancing.
Awesome.
So,
and if you don't have a dog that can dance, well then use your creativity.
Exactly. I don't have a dog.
I have a cat.
Yeah.
Cats dance, dude.
I suppose they could.
Max was kind of dancing before we started recording. He was batting at Amy's needles and yarn.
Yes, he was.
Naughty troublemaker.
So
FOs.
Yes,
Yo.
FOs. Yo. You can go.
You want me to go first? Okay.
With the sweater on.
All right. This is the Boardwalk out of Marigold Gen. I have 3 Marigold Gen finished objects this week because I'm all about the Marigold Gen. I have enough of this green left over from the shawl and this to do like another 2 pairs of socks. Like I've got quite a bit because I think I can't remember. Did we get 5? This only took less than 2 skeins.
Oh wow!
And the shawl only took less than a skein. So yeah, I've got 2 skeins left over. So I had 5 if you're doing math at home in your head. But this is the Boardwalk by Heidi Kermeyer. Really, really loved it once I got to this point. Because the sleeves are done. You work a front panel and the 2 sides individually. And then the back, you work back and forth. Sorry, Max. And I love this little mitered piece. And the BFL at a fingering weight, and I can't remember what size needle. I think it was 6. This is really like slinky and nice. Okay. Like it almost doesn't feel like woolen and heavy.
Okay.
It almost feels like a sheer top.
What size did you say? I'm sorry.
I think it was like 6s or 7s.
Oh wow.
Maybe it was 5s or 6s. I can't remember. I packed them up. It's on my project page. But it's very
yeah, I don't think that my
It's a light fingering.
Yeah.
Is what it's classified as.
It doesn't look holey or anything. I mean, it looks like a nice fabric.
I'm cold tonight, and Amy and I are sitting here with
blankets on our feet.
Blankets on our feet because we're cold and it's wet and it's rainy and icky outside. Yeah. But I had it on with a tank top underneath of it, and it wasn't like indecent. And the only modifications, I always say, the only modifications I made, and then list off 20 million. I didn't make it an A-line, so I didn't decrease 2 inches between here and there. I did decrease like a couple of stitches, and then I just bound off more underarm, which worked out well for me because I don't have a large chest to have that cause a problem. And then, what else did I do different? Can't remember. Oh, I did the neckline a little different because she had you doing some things and then breaking the yarn and joining back here and working it in the round, breaking the yarn and then joining the yarn back and going. And I was just like, well, I can figure out how to get back around here without
breaking the yarn.
Yeah, without breaking the yarn. So again, hopefully I'm not giving too much of the pattern away, but I love it and I hope it will be retreat wear. Okay. And then next up, I've got my shawl. The graphic infection shawl.
I have mine too, so I might as well
bring it out.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Wow, your holes look a lot holier. Did you strategic or aggressively block these bad boys?
What I did was I laced my blocking wires in between, like every other, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then I pulled and then stuck them in, pins in, so that it blocked, stretched with the wire in it.
I like the way it looks. I like the way mine looks too. I got mine, I washed mine and then I just laid it out. So mine doesn't have any stretch to it. Can we compare sizes?
Oh.
What size did you knit?
I knit the small.
And I knit the medium. And that's what blocking will do for you. Wow.
Yeah, I aggressively blocked mine.
Yep. So, sweet.
Won't line up exactly, but
yep.
I don't think that mine's exactly symmetrical either, but that's okay.
So I can wear mine. Well, I decided to do the medium because, and it could be a gauge thing as well. I got to here where in the smaller size you didn't do much of the contrast color, and I still had like a majority of the ball left. I think even doing this I had like 9 grams left. Still
my
of a 50 gram.
Had this much left. Like I was weaving in the ends with like you
Uh-huh.
put the needle in, then you put.
How many grams did you have of the orange?
I don't know. I must have used it for something.
Got it.
It was 50 grams, but yeah, I must have used some of it because it was already balled up.
It's so matchy. I just can't even stand it. Because it's the same yarn.
It's the same yarn. Wow.
So it's like, wow, look at me. I'm like put together. But yes, enjoyed it a great deal. I like the contrast in the colors that I chose. The pattern was really easy to understand. I think we've mentioned that as well. Liked that there wasn't a huge pro back row, which I've come to dislike in shawls that I'm knitting. And yeah, did you have anything more you were going to say about your beautiful FO there?
I liked how the colors work together,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very graphic and dramatic, and I will have fun wearing it to my Stephen West beginner shawl class. I'm like, yeah, well, I wanted a Stephen West class in the morning, and I forget who the other option was, but it was like, I'm going to go for his first, and I got in, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm taking a beginner shawl class, and I'm going to wear my, and not that I thought that this was a hard knit, but it looks very complex, so, it'll look quite impressive when I waltz into my beginning shawl class.
Yeah, and Yarn Over is coming up. We're going to be up there the Friday before, so April 26th. You will get to meet Bacon Fairy in real life. I keep on telling you, keep on reminding me that you knew her first.
I did.
You knew her first. But I met her in real life first.
Yes, you did.
And then my third and final FO are some socks that I was going to have Amy try on because she has the same size foot as the person that I knit them for.
Do you want her to know that I tried them on?
I think the person knows that you're trying them on because the person is you. I knit them for you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
These are Marigold
These
Jen's
are awesome.
Amy's Punky Plum socks. I stole it from my shawl to make them for you, and then I chose that pattern from your cue. They are Cookie A rhombus. And you know that your knitting friend loves you when every knit stitch that isn't a sole stitch is
a purl stitch.
The purl stitch and then the knit stitch are through the back loop. Every single one of them.
It's Cookie A.
Yay.
They're so beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just like, yay! I've been wanting to give them to you since I finished them in Kansas City. So I'm like, we must podcast. Do you want to podcast tomorrow?
These are so pretty.
I love them.
They look so complex and flowery.
Yes. So,
gotta love Cookie A.
I kind of saw you over there going, she's knitting all of these socks for all of these other people. And she's not knitting them for me, and I am her bestie. So, I wanted to surprise you. I'm sorry if I surprised you on air and you're like, what? But I wanted to surprise you with them.
Fun.
Be like, I have to try these on because I'm giving them to somebody else.
You sneaky person.
I'm so sneaky. And I kind of.
And now my feet are warm.
Yes.
Because I wasn't wearing wool socks before.
And they do fit well.
Yes.
So 10 inches is the length of your foot. I found a website that did shoe length, and I can link it, Linky Lou it, that did shoe length to sock length.
What negative ease did you put in it?
I think it's got about a quarter of an inch to a half an inch.
Oh, wow. See, normally, so I must just knit differently because I usually stop mine at 9. And so I think that my width on my socks is probably just normally bigger. I don't know. I like them.
Yeah.
They fit really good.
Yay. That's also the worry when you knit somebody else's socks.
Yes, I know.
You're like, are they going to fit?
Big worry.
But still had, because the BFL skeins are so generous, still had quite a bit left. Quite a bit.
Keep showing them off.
Yay.
I got a birthday present.
Yes. I knit you a birthday present. Yeah. So those are my FOs. I'm very happy with them. And Amy's very happy with hers.
I was going to say I didn't make you anything for your birthday, but I did.
You did. You gave me some hand spun.
I spun something.
Yes.
So my finished objects, 1, the graphic infection, lovely pattern by Josh Rikes, and it's really good. I've enjoyed it very much, and other than talking about how I changed the blocking, and I did aggressively block this because I made the small, but it was garter stitch, so it just grew and grew and grew, and it was great. And then I have my flying monkey socks.
The coveted Dancing Dog Dye Works.
Yes, this is Dancing Dog Dye Works. It was a limited colorway back in the day. Who knows if Michelle will ever dye it again, but I do have something very similar in my acquisitions. Doesn't have red, but it's got a gray and a blue. Cool. And I enjoyed knitting the monkey again. Like, I had knit a pair of monkeys like 3 or 4 years ago, and they wore out after several mendings. I just kind of retired them to a pile and said, okay, maybe I'll come up with like a way to convert them to wristers, or I'll just give up. But I enjoyed knitting the monkey socks. I think it's a very enjoyable pattern. It's easy to memorize, and you can just go. It looks nice and complex. It worked well with the stripes. So that's that. And then my last but not least FO is my spin along for Boho Knitter Chick. She had that spin along, and I had shown you the fiber. And there's a Magneto, Mystique, Wolverine, and Storm. So Storm's on top right now, and then Wolverine's over here, and yeah, Mystique is kind of a blue and red, so it's kind of hard to see, but in person you can see really good. And a Magneto, I don't know, it's sparkly, it turned out wonderful, it was a dream. I love well-blended bats. I think that they're very fun to knit with.
That's right. You take your bats well-blended.
Yes, I do. Shaken, not stirred. I take my bats blended.
Not on the rocks.
So I would totally do this again. I love the mini bat option because I just thought it was a variety and you got to see all the colors at once. You could make a bunch of mini skeins, you could core spin with it, or you can do what I did and make a unusual gradient. X-Men style.
A superhero gradient.
Yes, very much so. Comic book superhero gradient. Go.
I will gradient you.
I'll spin you.
It sounds like something a superhero would do. Gradient.
So I am in love with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember counting how many yards I got, and now for the life of me I can't remember. It was over 200. So it's good enough for me. I think it would be probably DK. DK to worsted, but I'm leaning DK. So pretty.
Yes. Any idea what it's going to be when it grows up?
I'm thinking one of those infinity cowls. Just a simple, straight up pattern infinity cowl.
In the round?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the infinity cowls are. I guess you can knit one lengthwise and then graft. But
yeah, I would do it just in a circle.
That'll mix it up nice.
Show off the, oh, it starts out Magneto and goes to Storm, or vice versa, depending on how you want to wear it. And I think it'll be fun.
Fun.
And yeah, that's that.
You have 2 garments that are dangerously close to being done, don't you?
I do. Do you want me to talk about
Go right
those?
ahead.
Okay. So I'll pop this off so that I can put on my back and 2 fronts.
Ooh, back and 2 fronts.
Yes, I seamed them and blocked them seamed. And so this is...
That's nice and long.
Yes, it is super long. I'll probably stand up a little bit too. I'll get cut off, but... Okay. So...
Yeah.
Oofty.
So you'll be...
Cool.
Yeah, covering your bottom.
Yeah, it's real long.
Yes.
Yeah, it's down to mid-thigh. And I don't know, I'm just blown away by how slow and fast this has been going, right?
Yeah, you've made a lot of progress.
Somebody asked me in a private message if I thought it would be okay project for somebody who wasn't a serious lace knitter yet, and the experience that I've had with it. And I am a firm believer in, if you like the finished object, you can make it happen. So if you look at that sabbatical picture and every time you look at it you just like, I need that, and you want it, and you buy good yarn, you will not quit. I would suggest not buying cheap stuff, or not cheap, but because you can buy like Knit Picks or Elaine or whatever, but just pick the yarn that it's supposed to be. So the similar drape and texture and everything that is the suggested yarn. You wouldn't have to go super fancy style. And then, just take it slow, stick with it, be confident, be willing to fudge, because this pattern has a lot that's like continue in pattern, right? Or decrease while containing pattern, or, and you're just like, so you have to do a lot of guessing on like, okay, is this the time to just knit all those stitches, or is this the time where I try to incorporate that yarn over that's supposed to be there but is too close to the edge to actually be there? And
So, I did that with the pomme de pen. At the end, I had to count and be like, well, I was supposed to have decreased stitches, and so I guess I can't use the yarn over, the last yarn over. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So you have to make those judgment calls a lot on this pattern. And
sounds to me like you're saying it's an expert pattern, like somebody should.
But see, I already told her that, I really am a firm believer if you want the finished object and you go slow enough, you can do anything. And it's not like it was not well written. It makes sense to me, but when you get to that part where it says decrease and continue in pattern, and you're like, okay, but that takes away a stitch that was supposed to be a yarn over, and it's telling you that you need to do a knit one, knit two together. So you have to be willing to fudge that section and count with the count. So you just, as long as it's supposed to be 10 and you ended up in 10, you're good, and move on, and you're okay with that. It's not a, it does take a lot of knitting confidence to fudge things, I would say. But again, I am here to help. So if she's listening and she says, oh, she's talking about me, I think you can do it. I really do. And I think that you start it, and if you have questions, you come back and say, hey, now, what did you do when it got to this part? And I'll be there.
Yeah.
Because again, and everybody who knit it said it is not mindless knitting. So you do need to go slow, and you can't be doing other things. I can't do it while I'm talking to other people. So the sleeves.
You're doing them 2 at a time?
Yep. Because second sleeve syndrome on something like this is going to be a mess.
Yeah. That, and you don't want, your gauge to be tighter on one. Or,
Yep. That's another thing. Like, unless you're very confident that your gauge is going to stay the same. And on some things I am, but on sport weight lace, I'm not. So, how often do I do sport weight lace? No. So we're going to just make sure that I do them together.
You're almost there.
And I am. I really am. I only have like 3 more inches, which to me is nothing compared to what I started with. All that and then this and yeah. So, and then I get to do the cap, which isn't very many repeats or whatever. Just like so. And it decreases a lot of stitches, so it'll get quicker again. And yeah. So close.
You can
do it. When I pick up all those stitches around the collar and I put markers in place for where you're supposed to shape the collar, and then I purl that first row back, that's when I'm going to be like, I'm done!
Yay!
I will knit like the wind. I will knit until that's done. Because getting the sit down and pick up all these stitches, because it's a doozy.
That would be a doozy for me as well.
So,
and it's kind of like putting on buttons for me. Like there's a lot of propensity for wrongness when you're picking up stitches, like a certain number of stitches per, pick up 2 stitches for every 4 rows or every 3 rows or.
Yeah, I forget what it says, but it's like.
Hi, Jasmine.
I almost want to tell you how many it is, so let me see if I can.
How many stitches you have to pick up?
Yeah.
A bazillion. That's
377.
377. And she's looking forward to it.
And I am. Because the sweater will be put together.
Yeah.
It has to be, so you can do that edge. It's so exciting.
Yay. And you have another sweater.
Okay. And I am working on my twigs and willow. And this is the back.
Yay.
And it looks pretty close to the.
Yep. I'm trying to like.
I don't know. Mine seems like it's got more brown overtones than yours, but
and I see some bluey greens in there too.
Yeah. So, love.
I'm kind of sad I didn't get that in worsted weight. I got the Punchy Plum in worsted weight.
See, this is gonna be pretty.
It will be pretty.
So I am really enjoying this. I alternated skeins.
I did as well on mine.
And it's looking very nice.
I agree. You can't really, I mean, I didn't see any definite lines on mine where I was like, wow.
So I'm almost done with the, almost to the shoulder shaping. And once I'm to the shoulder shaping, the back will be done. And I can't decide whether to knit 2 fronts at once, but I think if I do, then you're alternating skeins, and then you have like 4 balls at once. No, one at a time will be good. And I'm more confident with my ability to knit worsted in the same gauge.
Stockinette.
Yeah, stockinette worsted in the same gauge.
Yep.
So, awesome.
You are knitting away.
Yeah. Well, it helps to have 2 weeks in between.
Yes, it does.
You have 2 weeks in between, and it's, wow, look at all this progress that I made.
The only work in progress that is screen ready for me, if you're done with your works in progress.
That I can show.
Okay.
We had our discussion about secret ones, and
yep.
we do have secret ones, but
yep,
they're not fit to show.
Yep. We've got swap partners, I've got design, and then we've got the super secret project.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got, I'm of course exactly in the middle.
So you can't.
I can't like hurry up and get her done. This is the Pagona by Stephen West. The yarn is a delightful
I feel like I
MCN.
should be knitting, but I have a cat to pet.
Yes, a delightful MCN by Gail's Art. In the Sinful base, it is an 80-10-10 fingering, 290 yards. So I have to decide if I'm going to try to make it bigger than the depth is 14 inches here on the deepest part when you get to the end. So many wonderful things to say about this. Heads up, everybody was kind of surprised by the number of stitch markers you're going to need. So I ended up buying some stitch markers down in Kansas City, which I'll show the other set of them that I got in enabling. Mm-hmm. But basically there were jewelry. I bought them in like a dime store for 97 cents, 50 of them. So just the jewelry squares that you would make, a jewelry maker would use. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you need 20 of them. I really think that it looks nice with really highly variegated yarn because you've got your reverse stockinette and you've got your stockinette. Mm-hmm. And it changes enough that you don't really get a lot of flashing and pooling. Again, really like that there isn't a really long purl back row because you're alternating between knits and pearls on both sides. And it's just interesting enough to hold your attention, but like mindless enough that you can just sit here and knit. You would think I would learn, having done so many shawls recently, that you have to be careful about this garter stitch edge. Mm-hmm. It's a little taut, not taunt. Drop it like it's taut, yo. As Weespro would say. So here I'm getting, it's really loosey-goosey. Like I'm purposely like not tightening my stitches at the edge at all to make it really loose. And here it's very taut.
Okay.
I'm aware that I say taunt instead of taut, but I can't correct it sometimes before it comes out. So I don't know why. I must have just heard somebody say it that way at one time, and it became, again, one of those well-read versus well-spoken things. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. This is one that the Twitter folks were doing the Pagona Long, hashtag Pagona Long. So if you go out and search on Twitter for Pagoda, Pogona, and then you use that A to do the along, L-O-N-G, you can see some other folks that are knitting a Pagona.
Some people are finished.
Yes.
Aren't they?
Yes. Speaker Mom Knitter is Dunsky, and she had like this much yarn left. Kind of like you were talking about on yours.
Fumes, yeah.
Yep. Finished on fumes, which is always a really scary feeling.
Scary, but once you've done it, you're like, yes, no extra yarn.
I eked it in. But when you get to the end and you don't have enough left, then it's sad panda.
Yeah. Very sad panda.
Yes. So this is my work in progress, and then I was going to mention, we'll segue into enabling here. Before I went on vacation, and I have to show the card because I'm assuming we got a similar card. The Zombie Bunny. This year, your Easter dinner. And the wonderful Michelle of Dancing Dog Dye Works, Woolly Love, sent me stripes for Megan.
I have stripes for Amy.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't she have sent you stripes for Megan? I love that blue. So yeah, we both must have said gray, and then I said green. Of course. I wonder why. And this is on a fantastic BFL base. I'm going to be so happy with these socks, and these are going to be April. I was going to do Desert Vista Dye Works, easy for me to say, with you, and then it was like, no,
yeah.
He squeaked in. April. Gonna do it.
This is my Desert Vista
Yeah,
Dye
you didn't
Works.
talk about this. You casted it on in front of them, and then you taunt them and don't tell them.
See,
I used taunt correctly.
It's not even finished cast on because I got tired of counting it.
On air.
Yeah, on air. So, yeah, this is the New Year's Eve in New York, I think, or New Year's Eve by Desert Vista Dye Works. It's sparkly, and it's got lots of color in it.
Oh, I love it.
But yes, Amy's stripes are blue and gray.
Megan's stripes are green and gray. Stripes for Megan.
Stripes for me.
I
was so happy, and I was showing it to my husband, and I don't know. Yeah, they never get it.
They don't. No, men. Or I can't even say that men. Non-knitters don't get it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. My husband does not get it.
Yes.
I will speak for him.
And that's in this bag right here. That's a good looking hoe bag. And then I had a random, and I showed Amy this. I showed it to her online, and I was like, this is so cute, and it was kind of cheap, and I was picking out things for my swap partner, and I ran across this, and it was a print, and I was like, oh, that would be fun, so I got it. And then it came in the mail, and it came in this ginormous box. My husband's like, what did you order? I was like, well, I thought I ordered, like, small things. And so I got pickle art. And the pickle is kind of,
strutting
and saying, I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yo. And it has nothing to do with me. I like a clever turn of phrase.
Yes.
And then, because I don't think I'm a big deal at all. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. He is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fitting. Kind of a big deal, yo. All right, and then these are things that you have not seen. This is exciting.
Oh.
So I went to a yarn shop with Miss Sparrow and Bacon Fairy. And I fell in love with, this was in the exact same spot as my Anzula last year.
Uh-huh.
And so it's not Anzula, but it is Prism Yarns, St. Petersburg, Florida.
Okay.
Prismyarn.com. And don't look at the content, but feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I love this color. I think it's really soft and nice, and I think it'll make a really nice summer garment. 100% tinsel. Or tinsel.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Cotton.
Yeah. Well, it's
fiber.
it's kind of like
plant
nylon
fiber.
Yeah, it's 100% plant fiber. It's just really soft. I'm liking it.
Right. Tinsel is the plant fiber.
Yeah. Okay. It's not wool at all. It's like what they add to strengthen things. It's like, I forget, I Googled, or I Wikipedia'd it, and it's got another name. Tinsel's like the brand name.
Oh, okay.
Of it. But it's really soft. It's really nice. I'm thinking of making an ethereal out of it, which is that knitty tank top.
Oh, okay.
I will apparently have a lot of green tank tops, but
surprise.
But I thought it was really soft and really nice. Cool. It wasn't, how many yards is it? 630 in a lace weight. So I had to get two because I needed like an extra 200 yards or something like that. But really liked it. And then here's my jewelry designer squares. These ones are 9mm. No, they're like 97 cents. And I needed stitch markers, and I went to that yarn shop, and I was like...
So some of the jumps got bigger gaps in them, but most of them are really tight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the ones that I'm using now are smaller ones. And then last but certainly not least in my acquisitions, I believe this is my last one, I went to Legoland and I got some zipper pulls that I think will be stitch markers.
Yeah.
Or some sort of jewelry.
Giant stitch marker.
Jewelry.
Okay.
A little necklace pendants. Could hang them on my earrings, as I've been wont to do, although I don't have hoops to hook them on this time. But Legoland was a lot of fun. The kids really enjoyed it, although they didn't do like the Lego part. Like they did the rides. Mm-hmm. There was like a ride kind of like at Disney World where you could it was Toy Story where you could shoot things and you got points at the end. They really enjoyed that on Legoland. And then they also enjoyed like the more like playground type areas. Mm-hmm. It was just like swinging on things and climbing on cargo nets and nothing to do with Legos.
Yeah.
But I could see as they get older, they would enjoy that a little bit more.
My son has like drank the Kool-Aid with Legos at this point and wants to buy all the Lego things. And it's almost out of control because it's like once it's built, it's dead to him, you know? And you're like, no.
Tear it down, make something else.
Yeah, exactly. Or, tear it down and make it again, or play with it as it is already a thing to play with.
So I could see that stuff stacking up pretty quickly.
Well, he did pretty good. It went in phases, but at Christmas he was in like a monster fighters phase, which is this vampires and zombies and big castles and whatnot. And it was great. But then they made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Legos. Oh my god, I wanted them. So cool. And so he ended up buying one with his own money. And then he wanted another one with his own money. Now he's down to minimal his own money. Mm. And,
well, you were concerned that he was never spending it, so.
Well, this is true. Now he's spending it.
He's found his heart's desire.
Yes. But, now he's on to this, I think it's a game. I'm not positive. But it's the Pharaoh's Curse. The Pharaoh's something. It's another set, like you have the turtle set and you have the fighters set and Star Wars and Harry Potter. Well, this is Pharaoh's tomb or curse or something like that, and it's Egyptian, and he wants that stuff now. I'm like, you don't even have all the turtle stuff, and you had to have all of the fighters stuff when it was around your birthday, so you did pretty much get. Anyway,
these are for you. You can either open them now or you can open them later if you want.
Well, I could talk about my other acquisitions. So there's 2 yarn stores that I can think of in Rochester. And so the one that's up close to me in the little strip mall is also a sewing place and has a yarn section, so it's not completely a yarn place. I went in and I bought enough to make my daughter a sweater of the Plymouth Yarn Company Gina base. And
100% wool?
Yep, 100% wool. It's pretty much Noro. Mm-hmm. And I liked the colors that were in it, and it's going to make a really cool cardigan, jackety type sweater for her. Cool. Eventually. And then when I was in Hank and Pearls, I found local llama. Or no, alpaca. There is a difference.
One's nice, one is mean.
That's true. The alpacas are mean.
Mm-hmm. But they're fantastic. So.
Yes. So these are sport weight alpaca. They're from Pearl Alpacas in Casson, Minnesota. And they each have their own little name, and I was asking her about it. These are just the mini skeins.
100%?
Yep. So basically I was going to swatch for something and then wash it and then play with it and decide later which animal I wanted to use. But they were out of the gray. Beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. So they only had the mini skein of the gray. And then I was asking her what other stuff she had, and there was
So those aren't the
There was a Leonard.
alpaca's normal color. Those have been dyed, right?
No, these are natural. So it's got
Seriously?
it's got a picture of him. There he is.
That black.
Yeah.
Huh. And that gray.
Yep.
And then that white. Wow.
Yeah. So
That's fantastic.
So these are all 100%. Let me see, what's his name? This is Miss Lilla. And this one is Frost. And this one is Crook.
I'm with you. I like the gray.
Yeah. But I really liked the white too. Black is hard to knit with, so it was just, I thought if I wanted to do like a colorwork hat with my 3 minis or something, I would need a third color. And so she was talking about Leonard, this one that they had that was kind of a brown-gray mix. And she said it sold out like immediately. And she's not sure if she's going to get it back, but totally need to check out Leonard. And so I'm like, well, there's a phone number on here. Maybe I'll call them and say, when are you going to get some more
maybe
Leonard?
they'll be at Shepherd's Harvest or...
That's true.
Yarn
It
Over?
could be. Could be.
Shepherd's Harvest probably seems like the
Shepherd's,
more likely.
Yeah, more likely to be there. But I thought that was fun. I got these 3 local ones, and then I bought...
That's super awesome.
I bought something that didn't make it here. But I bought some 3 Irish Girls in a colorway called Cabbages and Kings, and it was a very springy blue and green and yellow together.
Was that a last hurrah purchase? Because she's no longer selling online?
Well, I mean...
Or was it on an
I bought it at Hank and Pearls.
Cool.
So, no, that was more of a... Well, buy those 3 things, but I can add this and use the coupon, and yeah, coupons.
Yes, those will get you.
Get ya.
Those will get you.
And my unplanned acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I knew about these.
Yes. But I got them for you.
Woohoo!
I'm like your husband, you told me, and I said, I can get those for Amy.
You are damaging my calm. An ally.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yes.
Damaging my calm.
Yes, that is from Serenity, right?
Yes.
Is it Serenity or is it Firefly? Which one was that in the movie or was that in the?
I believe it was the
in the series.
Series.
Okay.
Damaging my calm.
You are damaging my calm.
Love it.
Love it.
So much.
And those are from Geek something. I can't remember what it's.
Geek Details.
Geek Details.
I'm assuming,
shop.
yeah, Etsy.
Etsy shop. She's putting her buttons on her bag.
Well, I'm putting this one on here.
So you can point to it regularly.
Yeah.
You're damaging my calm. I didn't have anything else.
That, and I like it. It's a nice contrast to the embroidery.
Like, you're damaging my calm. I am super classy and elegant, and you're damaging my calm.
But, yes, and I'll have to find a nice place for my ally button.
Cool.
Probably stick it up in my office at work.
Which is changing.
In the corkboard.
Anything else?
No.
Lady?
No.
I got warmer.
Yeah, a little bit. I
If
have
it
my
was
nice
adding-
socks on.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's from sitting here with this shawl on or just having the lights shine on us or what, but I got warmer.
Cool.
We should probably wrap it up so you can get going. We're supposed to get like 6 to 9 inches of snow, and there's wetness on the ground and coldness coming, and
Yeah, it's not supposed to be fun tomorrow.
supposed to be bad news.
On my birthday.
Oh. Maybe you can call into work and be like, I can't get in.
Yeah.
Sure, stay at home for my birthday.
Won't
Woohoo.
get paid, but
Yeah.
whatever.
It's your birthday.
Spend some money instead of make some money.
That's always nice sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what vacations are, right?
I don't know if we had any retreat things to talk about.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do talk about that at the end. We have 10 breakout sessions, and then I'm contacting folks that had spoken on the boards about teaching classes and did not submit. We're a little form heavy. I'll give you that. It's like, here, if you want to do this, fill out this form. If you want to do this, fill out that form.
It's true.
So, if you volunteered on the board but did not fill out the form, I will be contacting you. Otherwise, we've got a pretty good set of classes that folks have generously volunteered their time
Mm-hmm.
to teach, and we'll get a schedule out about that. The yarn crawl and the run, I believe the sign-ups, we were going to cap those in May, beginning of May.
Yes.
So get out there and sign up for those if you're interested.
We're very close to our threshold on the yarn crawl. So
For the bus.
jump on in.
Yes, the water's fine.
Yes.
And the
I guess I want to explain that. We're at the tipping point for it. It's either going to get canceled or it's going to be awesome. Because we have to reach a certain number to actually get the bus.
yes.
So, and we do want the bus with the bathroom on it. So,
That
so
would save a lot of headaches, I would
Yeah.
think. Because I don't know, I mean, not all yarn shops have bathrooms, right? Accessible. Because are you required to have one? I think you're not required to have one unless you serve food.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, it's not like you won't see one, but it'll be just one, and there's going to be a ton of us, and so.
Yep. You don't want to spend half your time at the yarn shop waiting on the bathroom.
Exactly. So, you can wait on it while you travel to the next one.
Mm-hmm. What else was I going to say to that end? Oh, the shirts.
Oh.
That is the looming deadline. The shirts, I believe, are a week from today is the deadline, so April 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I don't know if people who've decided that they can't come know to contact us, but we'd really appreciate a contact. So we do notice, because we keep copious records on the people who have registered week to week, and so we can tell if somebody's dropped out, and we will contact to confirm that that was intentional and not a mistake on the hotel. But if you give us a heads up, hey, I'm going to cancel, then we know when we look at the sheets that it wasn't a mistake.
Yeah.
And it was really that somebody had dropped out.
And
So.
super sad that you can't come. But
Oh, I
hopefully
know. Very, yeah.
Life gets in the way. We
And
understand.
we completely understand, and we understand that, some people don't have any money into the game yet, right? They've only booked the hotel, so they figure if I just cancel the hotel, we're done.
Mhm.
But we do keep track of that really closely, and so we want to make sure that it wasn't a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be a mistake. You were supposed to be added to a room as a roommate, and then you got, completely taken off the list altogether. So we're keeping track on that, and so we just wanted to make sure that people knew that if you do think that you're going to have to drop out, just give us a heads up.
Yep, a PM or our
Emails.
stockingatzombies.com emails.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Megan at stockingatzombies.
Yes,
and
and Amy.
We went with the
Obvious.
the non-Ravelry name.
Oh, yeah, I guess not Jane Itma or whatever.
Yep, yeah. Because at Stocking to Zombies, I'm Megan. Ravelry, I'm just run it. I almost say Jane Itma because you just said it, but I am not both of those people on Ravelry. I'm just the singular. Yeah, that is about all I had. We'll have other announcements forthcoming because we're working on things behind the scenes. Button trips to Ginny's and fun things.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, and it's starting to get to the let's put them down on concrete.
Get them in a schedule. We've got them. Yeah, they're pretty concrete. They're going to happen. It's just scheduling them into an already overflowing with fun couple of days. So
Right, and the ideas for the play it at home.
Mm-hmm.
We both have ideas. We just need to get them more concrete and start announcing them and
Yep.
schedule them. So.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, that's
it.
That's it, man.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.